in the Daily Post newspaper, gunmen reportedly killed 11 in Benue. Then tax reforms, you must listen to North Anarchy looms. Okay, let's say it again. Tax reform, you must listen to North Anarchy looms. Governor Mohammed to Tinubu. That from the Daily Post newspaper this morning. CDS vows to sustain operational tempo against the insurgents. Wike sons pay Christmas homage to Tinubu in Lagos. And then war, North Korea troops suffering heavy losses in Russia, Ukraine military says. We never attacked Hada's Plateau community, clarifies. No regrets supporting Tinubu coming from the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory. Yes, some wiki. These headlines, I will bring you stories in a moment. Let's see what's reported in the Vanguard newspaper. 2024 review, 2.7 trillion naira Genco's debt. Endless grid collapses, ruin federal government 6,000 megawatts plan. That's from the Vanguard newspaper this morning. Alleged defamation, we won't allow Afe Babalola to be insulted. Professors and lawyers, that's their claim there. 2025 budget, federal government. Just joining us, the Dailydose rather, on Adamimogo 107.7 FM is what you're listening to at this time, while we're bringing you stories that are making rounds in the national dailies. And let's begin the headlines at the stories, the details of the headlines that were earlier read to you. And I start from the Punch newspaper with a story that says anti-Niger plot. Federal government knocks Nigerian leaders for alleging collusion with France. The federal government on Thursday knocked Niger Republic's military leader, General Abdurrahim Tichani, who alleged collusion between Nigeria and France to destabilize his country. It said Nigeria has never engaged in any overt or covert alliance with France or any other country to sponsor terrorist attacks or destabilize Niger in the wake of the undemocratic change in the leadership in July 2023. It says, and I quote, "It is absurd to suggest that Nigeria would conspire with any foreign power to undermine the peace and security of a neighboring country." That from the Minister of Information and National Orientation, Mohammed Idris, who argued in a statement signed on Thursday. The statement is titled, Niger Republic's military leader allegations against Nigeria are baseless, coming from the federal government. Idris was reacting to Tichani's claim, who in a now viral interview with state television accused President Bola Tinubu's administration of a conspiracy with France to destabilize the former French territory through a proxy, the Lakurawa terrorist. See details of that in the Punch newspaper, where the federal government is debunking the allegation. Anti-Niger plot, federal government knocks Nigerian leader for alleging collusion with France. And in Nigeria here, tax reforms, you must listen to North Anarchy looms. Governor Mohammed to Tinubu. Bauchi State Governor Bala Mohammed insisted on Thursday that President Bola Tinubu's tax policies are anti-northern Nigeria and will not favor the region. The governor made this known when he received the Christian community in Bauchi State who visited him at the government house. Mohammed, who doubles as the chairman of the People's Democratic Party (PDP) Governors Forum, said the tax reform bills that are currently before the National Assembly are skewed to favor only one section of the country. According to him, the president should drop the tax reform bills. He noted that the bills are not good for northern Nigeria because they will not guarantee inflows to pay salaries and build roads. His words are, that is what the presidency must listen to, the crisis about tax reform. It is not good. It is not a good policy for northern Nigeria because we are not going to get money to pay your salaries or to do roads. They must listen, otherwise they are calling for anarchy, and that is not good. End of quote. He further said other things, but it is reported in the Daily Post newspaper this morning. Again, the headline says, tax reforms, you must listen to North. Anarchy looms, Governor Mohammed to Tinubu. I facilitated 30 federal appointments for Niger indigenes. That's from Minister. The Minister of Information and National Orientation, Mohammed Idris, has revealed that he facilitated 30 federal appointments for Niger State indigenes. Idris made this known in Niger State while responding to a complaint by one of the traditional rulers in his constituency who accused him of not securing any federal appointment for his people since he was appointed as a minister. The minister in his defense said, since I was appointed as minister, I facilitated the appointment of Jibril Baba Ndase as Director General of Voice of Nigeria. I also facilitated over 30 federal appointments for citizens of the state since I became minister. He said. Idris further disclosed that the construction of the Islamia school and mosque was aimed to fostering proper teaching of religion to foster peace and unity among communities in the area, noting that while the community expected much of him or from him, plans would only be executed at a time. See further details in the Punch newspaper this morning. I facilitated 30 federal appointments for Niger indigenes. That's coming from the Minister of Information. And talking some business news, CBN blames aging pipeline for oil revenue crash. The Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, has attributed the significant decline in oil revenue for the third quarter of 2024 to aging pipeline infrastructure and operational inefficiencies. According to the Apex Bank's latest economic report for the third quarter of 2024, oil revenue fell by 27.72% to 1.30 trillion naira compared to the second quarter of 2024. This drop was largely due to lower receipt from petroleum profit tax and royalties. Also, the revenue figure fell short of the quarterly target by 75.39%, primarily due to frequent shut-ins caused by the deteriorating pipelines and installations. The reports read that, open quote now, oil revenue, however, fell by 24.72% to 1.30 trillion naira relative to the level of second quarter of 2024 on account of lower receipt from petroleum profit tax and royalties. See further details on the Punch newspaper this morning. CBN blames aging pipeline for oil revenue crash. Nigeria orders lose $1.6 billion daily to illicit flow, AFDB says. The African Development Bank has revealed that the continent losses about $1.6 billion every day to illicit financial flows and profit shifting on the part of multinationals operating in Africa. This was disclosed by the chief economist of AFDB, Calvin Urama, in an exclusive interview. According to the International Monetary Fund, illicit financial flows refers to the movement of money across borders that is illegal in its sources, e.g. corruption, smuggling, its transfers, e.g. evasion, tax evasion, or its use, e.g. Terrorist financing. For decades, the IMF has played a key role in international efforts to combat these opaque and often destabilizing transfers. It also has long-standing concerns with flows that are not strictly illegal but are associated with tax avoidance. Umaru said that Africa was losing more than it was getting back via foreign direct investment and said that the focus of stakeholders should be on blocking the outflow rather than chasing inflows. See details of that development in the Punch newspaper this morning. Nigeria, others lose $1.6 billion daily to illicit flows coming from the AFDB. In the Vanguard newspaper, 2024 review, 2.7 trillion naira Genco's debt. Endless grid collapses ruins federal government 6,000 megawatts plan. As put together by the Vanguard newspaper this morning, it says that 2024 marked 11 years of the partial privatization of Nigeria's power sector that was intended to usher in new investment, improve service delivery, and end decades of electricity supply shortages enabled by government inefficiencies. Yet, after over a decade of the privatization policy, data from the World Bank shows that over 80 million Nigerians still lack access to electricity, with the majority of these residing in rural communities across the country. With an average power generation of just above the 4,000 megawatts mark, the performance of the Nigerian electricity supply industry, NESI, in 2024 has proven not to be significantly different from past years, as the same challenges that have stunted the growth of the sector remain intractable. Faced by low power generation, the Minister of Power, Adebayo Adelabo, in March set a target of 6,000 megawatts before the end of the year. The target has, however, not been met due to several reasons, including grid collapses, poor financial state of the sector, and lack of clear path to growth by the sector's administration. It's a detailed one as to some of the reasons or some of the issues that have contributed to the failure to meet the target as put together by the Minister of Power. This is a report from the Vanguard newspaper this morning. You might also want to see details and some other analysis reviewed there. 2024 review, 2.7 trillion naira Genco's debt, endless grid collapses, ruins federal government 6,000 megawatts plan. See details in the Vanguard newspaper. Alleged defamation. We won't allow Afe Babalala to be insulted. Professors, lawyers, says. Some professors and lawyers under the aegis of Justice for Afe Babalala Legacy, JABL, yesterday said with the erroneous contributions of Afe Babalala to the legal profession and the country, people should not sit by and watch him being insulted by anyone. JABL, who included Professor Adeyemi Adamimogo, Ademola Aziz Ayo Deji Manuel, and Mr. Femi Alufa and Rotimi Okpeyeoluwa, said this while speaking with newsmen in Ibadan in the case between Afe Babalala and Mr. Dele Farotimi. According to them, being a human rights activist is not a license to make unsubstantiated allegations. The convener of and publicity secretary of the group, Masa Alufa and Rotimi Okpeyeoluwa, explained that they wanted justice to be served to both parties at the end of the case. See details in the Vanguard newspaper this morning. Alleged defamation. We won't allow Afe Babalala to be insulted. Professors. Vanguard newspaper. Kano shut tomatoes market over prostitution, adultery. The Garun Malam local government area of Kano State has shut down the Kwana Gafan tomato market, allegedly turned into a place of prostitution, adultery, homosexuality, and other immoral activities. It was reliably gathered that the alleged immorality being perpetrated by some youth and married women within the premises of the market prompted the local council authority to take the action to restore sanity to the market. The council's chairman, Aminu Kadawa, who confirmed the development, said all occupants in the market were given a 7-day ultimatum to vacate the premises or face the full wrath of the law. See details in the Vanguard newspaper. Kano shut tomato market over prostitution, adultery. And talking politics now, APC will struggle to secure 15,000 votes in Kano. That's coming from Kwankwaso. Now, the details are saying that ahead of the 2027 general election, the 2023 presidential candidate of the New Nigeria's People's Party, NNPP, Senator Rabiu Kwankwaso, said his party would work tirelessly to ensure that the ruling All Progressives Congress, APC, struggle to secure less than 15,000 votes in Kano State. The APC has meanwhile asked Kwankwaso to channel its energy towards reclaiming its membership in the NNPP, not daydreaming over claims to relegate the APC in the state. It's quite a long read, the back and forth between the APC and the NNPP, but see details in the Vanguard newspapers as well as some other newspapers this morning. APC will struggle to secure 15,000 votes in Kano. That's from Kwankwaso. And talking security, CDS vows to sustain operational tempo against insurgents. The Chief of Defense Staff, General Christopher Musa, has said the Army or the Armed Forces of Nigeria will continue to sustain its operational tempo and posture across military deployment, both at home and abroad. Lieutenant Colonel Ibrahim Shitu, Acting Deputy Director, 8th Division Army Public Relations, in a statement on Friday said the CDS disclosed this on Thursday, 26 December 2024, while delivering his Christmas address at the luncheon with the troops of Joint Task Force Northwest Operations at Giginya in Sokoto State. The CDS further said the reason reminds of the enduring values of love, hope, unity, and selflessness that troops of armed forces of Nigeria and other security agencies exemplify daily in their service to the nation. It's detailed in the Daily Post newspaper. CDS vows to sustain operational tempo against insurgents. 07047007701. I take it again. 07047007701 or 07072766278. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Happy celebration.
Same to you.
This is Pastor Joshua calling.
All right, go ahead.
Yes, I want to talk about this defamatory case between Babalola and the Famoluti.
Faroti
me
me.
Personally, I don't like the intimidation and the threat that was coming from the other quarters. The lawyers, the professors, they're supposed to know better. You have taken this case to the court. You see, I've been following this case. Checking the man from Engago, they should remove him from the bar association. They should do this. You should not publish his this thing and that.
All right.
You have taken him to the court. Please let me talk. They have taken him to the court. Let court do the justice. And we are not supporting any evil. If the man finds guilty, let it be done by the court.
All right.
They should stop that intimidation. That is what is affecting Nigeria. They will never allow you to come out to say the truth.
All right. Thank you so much.
It's not fair.
All right. Thank you so much. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Yes, good morning.
Hello, good morning, my presenter.
Good morning.
My name is Comrade Adedoyin from Osokiti.
All right, go ahead.
I want to speak on Niger Republic problem.
Please go ahead. We can hear you.
If there's any country that has ushered in France military to wage war against Niger Republic, such country should withdraw it. Civilian government in Africa is a jigsaw. If there is any country that needs military rule, let the military rule them. It is because they are pleased with it. Because democracy is not practiced the way it's supposed to be practiced in Africa. I am sorry to say that. We knew military is an aberration. But if the Niger Republic needed military, let them rule them.
All right.
And let any country that has urged the France to wage war against them stop it.
All right.
The view of Babalola, I want to appeal to him, and I want to appeal to the professors and the lawyers to please give succor to that case. The lawyer, the developer of TV should be released and forgiven.
All right. All right. Thank you so much. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, sir.
Hello, good morning. We can hear you.
From Adamimogo.
Your name again?
Kingibe from Adamimogo.
All right, go ahead, sir.
I want to talk on Wike's issue.
Okay.
That he is not regretting supporting Tinubu.
Yes.
I'm also supporting him 100%.
Okay.
This man is from a PDP, and a PDP candidate, Atiku, is from the north, and the former president is also from the north. That a rule before Tinubu, and this country is shared between the north and the south. Automatically, after the north, south should pick the candidate.
All right.
And this wiki is speaking because of fairness, honest, and equity.
All right.
No region should cheat another region.
All right.
I support him wholeheartedly.
All right. Thank you so much.
And the man is reaping from where he has sown.
All right.
I support him.
All right. Thank you so much indeed. Apologies, we cannot take further calls from. We really have to go now. There is a story about a stampede. Prophet Allah pleads mercy for Oriyomi Naomi. Says they had good intention. Following the stampede in Ibadan that claimed the lives of children, Prophet Oluwalo has said the owner of Gidigbo FM, Dr. Oriyomi Amzat, and Prophetess Naomi intended good for children by organizing the event that turned tragic. The renowned cleric and the planter of Christ Apostolic Church, CAC, Adamimogo Grace of Mercy Prayer Mountain Worldwide, emphasized that both individuals have kind hearts and have dedicated themselves to helping the less privileged children. The cleric in a statement expressed optimism for those currently in custody, stating that if their hearts are genuinely clean, they will emerge from the ordeal unscathed. See details in the Daily Post news in this day newspaper, and watch out in our subsequent bulletins to give you further details. And that's where we draw the curtain on this morning's edition of the Daily Dose on Adamimogo 107.7 FM Ido Ekiti. My name is Oladoyin Ayegbusi. Do enjoy the rest of the day.